Welcome back to yet another episode of the xploreUXCast, where we help you make sense of your users or your customers. I'm your host, Obru-ke. In this episode, we are going to be talking about the common challenges when integrating UX and data. As digital products and services evolve, the need for user experience, UX, and data to work together has become more important than ever. Both UX and data are critical components in the design and development of products that meet user needs while also being efficient and effective for businesses. However, despite their importance, integrating UX and data can be a challenging task. There are a variety of factors that make this process complex, and in this episode, we'll explore some of the most common challenges that professionals face when trying to bring these two elements together. One of the most significant challenges is the difference in focus between UX and data. UX design is primarily concerned with how users interact with a product or service and how those interactions can be optimized to create a seamless, enjoyable experience. On the other hand, data often focuses on numbers, trends, and metrics that provide insight into user behavior and performance. The gap between these two focuses can make it difficult to create a cohesive strategy that balances both user-centered design and data-driven decisions. Now let's talk about misalignment of goals. UX designers are often focused on creating intuitive, user-friendly interfaces, while data analysts are typically more concerned with understanding user behavior through quantitative data. These goals can sometimes conflict. For example, a UX designer may prioritize a design feature that enhances user satisfaction, while a data analyst might suggest focusing on a different aspect of the product that could increase user engagement based on raw numbers. This misalignment of goals can lead to friction between teams, as each group may have different ideas of what constitutes success. UX designers might want to focus on qualitative insights from user feedback, such as how users feel about a product, while data analysts are more focused on the quantitative aspects like click-through rates or conversion rates. When these two perspectives aren't aligned, it becomes difficult to create a product that both delights users and achieves business objectives. Suppose you're interested in discovering how to create products that resonate with users and elevate customer experiences through UX. I invite you to explore my 3 published books, the UX Consultant Playbook 1, 2, and 3. These books provide valuable insights and actionable strategies for improving your approach to UX design. See links in the description section. Love xploreUXCast. Here's how you can make a difference. Be a UX champion. Chat with friends, family, and anyone who wants to learn about UX and usability testing. You can supercharge the show. Subscribe, rate, and review xploreUXCast on wherever you listen to podcasts. This helps others discover the good stuff and lets the platform know we're winning. Let's talk UX. Leave comments on the podcast or social media. Got a burning testing question or a topic you'd love to hear explored? Hit me up. And join the UX crew by signing up for our newsletter on LinkedIn and connect with fellow UX enthusiasts. See links in the description. Lack of communication between teams. Another common challenge in integrating UX and data is the lack of communication between UX designers and data teams. UX designers often work closely with developers and product managers, while data teams may be siloed in different departments or work in isolation. This disconnect can result in missed opportunities for collaboration, where UX insights and data insights could complement each other. For example, a UX designer might discover that users are struggling to find a particular feature, but the data team may not have access to the qualitative feedback or might not understand the context behind the issue. Conversely, the data team might notice a dip in user engagement, but might not have a clear understanding of why this is happening from a user experience perspective. Without clear communication and collaboration between these teams, it becomes difficult to address issues effectively and to make informed decisions that consider both the user experience and the data. Talking about data, let's talk about data overload. Data is abundant, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. There is so much data available to UX professionals and product teams that it can be difficult to know where to focus. In some cases, teams may be overwhelmed by the sheer volume of data, leading to analysis paralysis. With so many metrics to consider, it can be challenging to pinpoint the data that is truly valuable for improving the user experience. For instance, a team may have access to data on user clicks, page views, session durations, and other performance metrics. While these numbers can provide useful insights, they don't always tell the full story. They may not capture the emotions, motivations, or frustrations of the users, which are crucial for understanding how to improve the overall experience. Without a clear strategy for filtering and prioritizing data, teams can easily become bogged down in irrelevant information, making it harder to make informed decisions that improve the user experience. The quality of data is another challenge when integrating UX and data. Data collected from users may be inconsistent, incomplete, or inaccurate, which can undermine the decision-making process. Inaccurate or low-quality data can lead to poor design choices, which in turn can negatively impact the user experience. For example, if data collected through surveys or user testing is biased or poorly designed, it can skew the results and lead to incorrect conclusions. Similarly, data from analytics tools may not always capture the full picture of user behavior, especially if the tracking setup is not properly configured. Inconsistent data quality can make it difficult to draw reliable conclusions, and when this happens, UX teams may be forced to rely on assumptions or gut feelings instead of solid data-driven insights. Love xploreUXCast. Here's how you can make a difference. Be a UX champion. Chat with friends, family, and anyone who wants to learn about UX and usability testing. You can supercharge the show. Subscribe, rate, and review xploreUXCast on wherever you listen to podcasts. This helps others discover the good stuff and lets the platform know we're winning. Let's talk UX. Leave comments on the podcast or social media. Got a burning testing question or a topic you'd love to hear explored? Hit me up. And join the UX crew by signing up for our newsletter on LinkedIn and connect with fellow UX enthusiasts. See links in the description. While quantitative data is essential for understanding user behavior at scale, An over-reliance on numbers can sometimes lead to decisions that overlook the human aspect of UX. Quantitative data can tell you how many people clicked a button or visited a page, but it doesn't always explain why they did it or what their emotional response was. Relying too heavily on quantitative data can result in designs that prioritize metrics over user needs, leading to a product that may perform well in terms of numbers but fails to deliver a meaningful experience. For instance, focusing solely on conversion rates might lead to design decisions that boost short-term metrics but overlook long-term user satisfaction. A more holistic approach, combining both qualitative and quantitative data, is needed to ensure that the user experience is not only efficient but also engaging and fulfilling. Striking the right balance between these two types of data is crucial for creating a product that resonates with users. Now let's talk about the technical barriers. Integrating UX and data often requires technical expertise, and not all UX designers or data analysts have the same technical skills. UX designers may not always be familiar with the tools and methods used to collect and analyze data, while data teams may not fully understand the nuances of UX design. This knowledge gap can create barriers to effective collaboration. For example, a UX designer might not know how to set up event tracking and analytics tools, or a data analyst might not understand how to interpret qualitative user feedback. These technical barriers can make it harder for teams to work together seamlessly, leading to missed opportunities for improving the user experience based on data insights. Bridging this gap requires both teams to invest in learning about each other's areas of expertise and to establish clear processes for collaboration. Finally, resistance to change is a challenge that often arises when integrating UX and data. Some team members may be hesitant to embrace data-driven design, especially if they have relied on intuition or previous experience in the past. Similarly, data teams may be reluctant to incorporate qualitative insights into their analysis, as they may feel that data is more objective and reliable. This resistance to change can slow down the process of integrating UX and data, as it requires a shift in mindset and a willingness to experiment with new approaches. Overcoming this resistance requires fostering a culture of collaboration where both UX and data teams feel comfortable sharing their perspectives and working together to create a better product. Final thoughts. Integrating UX and data is essential for creating products that meet user needs while also achieving business goals. However, as we've discussed in this episode, there are several common challenges that teams face when trying to bring these two elements together. Misalignment of goals, lack of communication, data overload, inconsistent data quality, over-reliance on quantitative data, technical barriers, and resistance to change all contribute to the complexity of this process. Despite these challenges, it is possible to successfully integrate UX and data by fostering collaboration between teams, prioritizing the most relevant data, and ensuring that both qualitative and quantitative insights are considered in the decision-making process. By addressing these challenges head-on, teams can create products that are not only data-driven, but also user-centered, ultimately leading to better outcomes for both users and businesses. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the xploreUXCast. I hope you found the discussion on integrating UX and data insightful. Be sure to join us next time for more tips and strategies on how to make sense of your users or customers. Until then, take care and keep exploring. Cheers and have a good one.